This is a part 2 video of making this beautiful building using Blender. Let's get started. Selecting these steps and ensure we are having the pivot at exact center of this object. So object, set region origin to center of mass, center of volume. Okay, now the pivot is in center of the steps. I should bring this 3D cursor into this pivot. So shift S, cursor to selected, then shift A, mesh cube, um, scale it except Z axis, so shift Z, then scale it down, grab it, bring it to the bring it top on the Z axis, bring it top. Okay, now grab it in X direction, scale it little bit and scale it down in X direction, grab it in X direction and make exactly touch the steps. Yes, grab it and Y direction, bring it here. Okay, fine. Let's select this pillar and then this main building, forward slash, just to ensure it is touching this building. Grab it, grab this cube alone and then move it in X direction. Yeah, now it's fitting perfectly. Then shift, move to edit mode, add a loop cut, click it and bring it down. Okay, add another loop cut, click it and bring it to the top. Now select these three faces, 1 2 3, similarly 1 2 3. Alt E to bring this menu, extrude face along normals, extrude it little bit. Yeah, nice. Add a loop cut again in this extruded region, add another loop cut here and bring it down. Now select this new region, new face, actually hit 3, shift and select so that multi-select option is possible. Shift and select here as well. Alt E to bring this option again, extrude along the normal faces, hit Alt to have a sharp edge. If I am not okay, let's bring all other blocks. It looks good for me. Tap to object mode, shift D to duplicate it, grab it in Y direction, bring near to the other pillar. Yeah, it looks good for me, but the entry for this door is little bit more very short. It is not a for this big building. The door should be somewhat bigger than this. So what I'll do is I'll delete this duplicated object, I'll select this one, scale it down a little bit. Okay, grab it in Z direction, move it down. Okay, the height wise it is looking fine for me. Reducing this height furthermore will not be good idea. So what we'll do is we'll skip the Z axis, shift scale it, so hit S to scale, and shift Z to skip the Z direction. Scale it down further more. Yeah, it looks good for me. Grab it in X direction and bring it very close to the building and ensure, okay, we have some enough space here, but it is not good. Grab it in Y direction and bring it closer to this pillar. Yeah, now shift D to duplicate it again. Grab it in Y direction, bring it closer to this pillar. Grab it again in Y direction, bring it closer. Yes, fine. Okay then. Now let's add kind of a bridge between these two new pillar, so that in between we will have a beautiful door. For that, yeah, for that we'll add another cube here. The 3D cursor what currently present is good for adding a new cube. Shift A to bring this mesh menu and then add a new cube. Scale it down in, except y-axis. Scale it down in all other direction. S for scale and shift Y to skip Y direction. Scale it down, scale it down, scale it down. Yes. Grab it and bring it up in the Z direction. S to scale, shift S to skip Y direction. Shift Y to skip Y direction. Then hit S and Y to scale it down in Y direction, just to fit between these two pillar. Okay, I'll do a shift select of this 3 object and hit forward slash. Now select this one again, grab it in Z direction, bring it up, grab it in X direction, bring it here. Okay, adding a plain cube is okay, but design wise it's not good, so we'll do some extrude here. Hit tab to activate the edit mode. Extrude, extrude, extrude. Okay, now select this edge, grab it in X direction. I don't want this proportional, I'm deactivating it. Grab it again in X direction, bring it out, grab the other edge and X direction. I think it looks good for me. Yeah, let's bring all other objects. Okay, look wise it's good. Yeah, now let's add a door here. For that also the cursor present area is good for me. Adding a cube now. Before that, switch back to object mode. Shift A, miss cube. Okay, bring it up in Z direction. Grab it and bring it forward in Y direction. Scale it in X direction. Scale it down as much as possible. Now scale it down in Y direction. Scale it down in Z direction. Now again, shift plus select only these objects and also the main building, the new cube and existing small pillar and bridge and then main block. Hide all other options, all other elements. Now select this cube again, grab it in X direction, bring it closer to the main building. Yes, grab it in Z direction, bring it down a little bit and yeah, size it in Y direction, bring it a little bit down. Okay, let's grab it in Z direction, bring it down a little bit and scale it up. Scale it in Z direction, scale it up. It looks good for me. Now bring it again by hitting the forward slash and hit the forward slash again to have just this door. Okay, hit the tab to bring the edit mode, loop cut over here, scroll up to bring two loop cuts, click to confirm this location and hit S to size down in Y direction. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Yes. Add a loop cut again here. Okay. Hit escape to leave this loop cut in exactly in center position between these two loops. Okay. Now activate the face selection by hitting 3. Select these two faces by shift select. Then I to insert. Reduce it down. Just hit E to extrude, but this time extrude in opposite direction, inwards. Okay. Now do a loop cut again. Click it. Do a single click and bring this loop on top of a door and do other loop cut. Bring it again. Look wise, I think this portion and this portion is having equal size. Okay. Activate the face selection again. Select this 4 faces. I hit high to insert. Reduce it. E to extrude. Extrude it. Again insert. E to extrude, but this time bring it a little bit outwards. Now change this one from global to local and from pivot. Currently it is median point is activated. You see the symbol icon of median point and the symbol here are matching, so it means median point is activated. We want two individual origins. I'll show you why. I like to reduce its size individually. Hit yes, reduce its size. If you see, it is reducing individually. Instead of it, I like to show the difference between these options, this combination of this option and a combination of older one. So I am just undoing it. Previously it was in global and this one is a median point. Okay. If I am reducing a size, if you see, all these four phases are reducing it towards this pivot point. Okay, I'll show it again. I'm reducing it, it is going towards this pivot point. I don't want to happen like this. Instead of going into the center pivot point, I want these 3 phases should be reduced in size based on its own local pivot. Okay, I am just undoing these changes. I am changing here, instead of global I am changing into local, and this point transfer pivot point from median point to individual origins. Okay, again I am hitting yes. If you see, it is getting reduced on its own local region, local pivot. Okay, that is a difference. Okay, now select this 2 region, hit I to insert, reduce it, hit yes and Z direction to reduce it. Okay, sorry, let's increase it first, then hit I again to insert. Okay, hit yes and Y direction to reduce in their own Y direction. Looks good for me. Now just grab it in X direction so that we will be getting a good beautiful shape. Let's add a handle now. Let's select this 2 faces, hit high. I am pressing I only once, so if I am reducing it, these 2 region are reducing together. I don't want it to happen. I am just undoing it. Previously I just pressed I only once. Now I am pressing 1 and 2 times. Now I am reducing it. it is reducing on its own region. Okay, that is what the difference between pressing I for only once and twice. Okay, now E to extrude. Now select this option, this face and these two faces. I to insert, reduce it, hit S and X, reduce it in X direction. Okay, now go to edge, bridge the loop, bridge edge loop. If you do, you can see the beautiful gap between this handle. So we are going to do the same for this face as well. Select this face and this face and hit I, reduce it, hit S and X, reduce it and go to edge, bridge edge loops. You can see the gap now. Okay, so this is a beautiful handle, I would say. Okay, now the door is ready. Let's shift to object mode and bring the other objects by hitting forward slash. Okay, door for this beautiful building is ready. Now let's work on the roof. Okay, 3D cursor is here now on a middle of the steps. Now let's bring the 3D cursor to middle of this main building. Let's ensure our pivot point is exactly on the middle of this building by hitting object, set origin to center of mass. Okay, now the pivot point of this building is came to center of a mass. Now use shift S and cursor to selected, shift A to add a new cube, bring it up, grab it and Z axis. Now reduce its size in all direction, grab it in X direction, touch this block. Now shift to is a shift sorry move or change from object mode to edit mode by hitting tab, grab it, grab this face, grab it in X direction, grab it again in X direction. Perfect. Now grab the top, grab it Z direction. Good for me, but the pivot point for this new cube is not at the center of this cube. So object, set region, center of the body. Okay, now perfect. Let's add same kind of cube in all these edges. Grab it, bring furthermore, grab it in X direction. Fine. Okay. In all these edges, we can add this same kind of cube to have a good look. Let's add it here. Again, select object and set origin to center of the mass. Let's duplicate it, grab it in Y direction, grab it in Z direction, bring it down. Yeah, grab it in X direction, just bring it approximately to the middle of this building. Size it in X direction, increase its size. Good, but okay, grab it in X direction, bring it, okay, size it in X direction, increase its size. Yeah, grab it in Y direction. Okay, grab it in Z direction. Grab it in X direction, bring somewhat backward to this building with respect to this building, and now just duplicate it. Grab it in Y direction, move it on the other side, grab it in Y direction. Okay, looks good for me. Let's increase its board size in X direction, or we can do like this, snapping the scale. So select this one, size it, grab this one, perfect. Edit mode, select a face, grab it, X direction, snapped on the edge, grab this face in X direction, snapped on. So now the size of the slab and size of this building is exactly same. Again, switch back to edit object mode and select this cube. Switch back to edit mode, select this face, grab it in X direction. Now the face is got, snapped exactly on the size of this building. Okay, now the cube size and building size is same. Switch back to object mode. From here, ensure we are having the means origin of pivot of the slab is exactly at the center of the slab. Ensure that one. Shift S, cursor to selected, add a new cube again. Shift A, miss cubes, size it on all the direction. Deactivate the snap for the time being. I want to reduce it irrespective of any of this element, so I am reducing it. Grab it in Z direction, bring it top, size it on Z direction, size it down, and we can increase its size except Z direction. I am increasing it. Okay, now let's increase its size only on Y direction. Okay, looks good for me. Grab it in Y direction, grab it in Y direction again, bring it closer to the slab, grab it in Z direction, ensure it is touching, grab it in Y direction, go. You can activate the snap element, but it's fine. Grab it in Y direction. Okay, grab it in X direction, bring it out, rotate now, rotate in X direction, rotate it now, grab it in Z direction. If you see, it is now if we hit Z, grab it, if you hit Z, sorry, grab it Z direction, you can see like this one is the Z axis is appeared as a Z axis of the slab. The slab is tilted somewhat, so you can see the Z axis is also tilted. Okay, it's because of this setting. For example, instead of local, if I would have selected a global, if I am grabbing this object again and hitting Z, if you see, the Z axis is a parallel to the global Z axis. Now I am changing into local and grabbing it in Z direction. This is the Z direction of this slab. Okay, because it is tilted. So that these are the main we can say these are the main advantage of this option. Okay, changing from global to local. So now by having this global option as well, we can have the z-axis of global and also for the local. For example, the selected object is tilted right now. Even though I'm grabbing it in z direction, it is a global z direction. If I want its own z direction, I can press z double time. For example, grab it z once, z twice. Okay, either you can use this option or you can hit z double time. It is applicable for all the direction, not only for the z direction. For example, if I'm grabbing it in x direction, this is x direction. Actually, x direction won't make much difference because there is only change in y direction and z direction. X direction will be same for both. Grab it x once, x twice, there is no difference. Grab it in y direction, y once, y twice. You know, I hope you are getting my point. Now duplicate it this one. Furthermore, I think we can reduce its size in z direction, means its local z direction. Size it z direction, reduce it, grab it in z direction, reduce it. Okay, duplicate it in x direction. Okay, instead of copying and pasting it multiple times, we can use the modifier, array modifier, or we can use shift or represent repeat. So duplicate it and pasting it in after leaving some gap. Instead of doing it manually, we can use shift or to repeat that option. Now select all these roof elements and do a duplicate, shift D, duplicate it. Now rotate it, hit R in Z direction, exactly 180 degree on an opposite direction. In a number pad, type 180. We have tilted it exactly in an opposite direction. Grab it in Y direction, bring it exactly here. Okay, now the roof part is ready. Now let's work for the windows. Select the building again, bring the cursor to the center of this building, add a cube, shift A, miss cube, bring it in Y direction, size it in Y direction, reduce it as much as possible, reduce its size except Y direction, grab it in Y direction, bring it closer to this building. Now grab it in X direction, bring it here, grab it in Z direction, bring somewhat downwards. Now size it in X direction, reduce its size, reduce its size in Y direction, reduced, grab it in Y direction, ensure it is touching the building. Okay, let's hide all other elements from this workspace. Tab, hit tab to activate the edit mode, loop cut across here, and then hit yes to size it in X direction, reduce its size. No, it is not getting reduced, I'm not sure. Hit yes and X, reduce its size in X direction. Okay, I think it's because of this median point. Yes, X, yeah. Previously it was individual origin. Individual origin, if you want to reduce the to loop cut, it is not working. If you change from individual origin to median point, means common pivot for this entire object, it is happening. Likewise, split this one exactly in the middle, then activate the face selection, select it by holding shift, hit I to insert, reduce its size, E to extrude in negative direction, in opposite direction, loop cut over here and loop cut over here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, here. Now select this faces, hold shift and select all other faces. I to insert, extrude. Now change this option from global to local and median to individual. Hit yes, reduce its size as much as possible. Now select these regions, grab it in X direction, actually a little bit, not more. Yes, good. Now select these faces, hold Alt Shift, all the faces are selected, Alt E to bring this option, extrude in normal faces, or hold Alt. If I am leaving Alt, you can see the edge is not as sharp as possible. It is having some ups and downs. If I hold shift, I hope you can see the difference. Extrude, increase the extrude by holding Alt. Now click it for the confirmation. Okay, again shift Alt and select. Okay, this time it is selecting in a different direction. It's okay, we'll do it manually. Select this outwards region by holding shift. Now Alt E to extrude along normal faces. Yes. Okay, window is ready. Let's ensure it is happening properly. Where this line is coming from, I'm not sure. Activate the edge selection and select it. Okay, it is not the right way, so delete it, delete the edge, select it, delete it, delete the edges, select it, delete it, delete the edges. I don't know where it came from, but that is unwanted element, we can delete it. Grab it in Y direction, bring it furthermore outwards. Yeah, that's good. But the perfect shape is not appearing because some of our okay, actually these shape it's not visible, maybe because the window needs to be bring out somewhat, I think. No, actually these shapes are not visible, so the window itself something looking different. Hit a tab again. Now select a face, do a face selection, extrude along individual faces. Yeah, now edge selection, select this one, shift select this middle row, Control B to bevel. Bevel will bring a new gap here, and hit 3 to select a region. Extrude, extrude in Y direction in opposite side. Okay, now it looks something good, but still this size means here I need to do a same bevel by Control B. Bevel it a little bit and hit 3 to select this region. E to extrude, extrude in opposite direction. Okay, now the shape of window is perfect for me. Let's bring back closer to window, closer to main building. Okay, it's ready now. Let's scale it down a little bit, except Y direction. Shift Y to skip the Y direction. Reduce it. Reduce it. Okay, size is okay for me. Now we did extrude many times in this unique cube. I want to ensure center of this region is maintained. So object, set origin, origin to center of mass. Then bring the 3D cursor to this active element. Add a cube, mesh cube. Reduce in all direction. Now reduce in except X direction. Reduce it, reduce it, reduce it. Okay. Reduce in Z direction. Reduce in Y direction. Grab it in Z direction. Increase the size in X direction. This looks good for me. Let's have these two elements alone. Hide the remaining things. Now select this object alone and hit tab to edit mode and hit S to reduce its size like this. Grab it in Z direction, bring it up. Loop cut over here and loop cut over here. Okay, select this one, select this edge, shift select this one, shift select this one. Now grab it. Okay, it is not working correctly, so okay, size it. Activate the proportional size. Okay, it's not good. Reduce it. Oh, okay. Reduce. Oh. Okay, it is having some difficulty because of its shape. Okay, for me now. Activate the face selection. Select this face. I to insert, E to extrude, size. Okay. Select this face alone, extrude it. Grab it in Z direction. Okay. Undo. Deactivate this proportional. Grab it. Extrude it. Still it is having some bend over here. So select it in Z direction. Bring it up. Okay. Now it's a time to activate this edge. Grab it in Z direction. So there is some, still we are having some bend here. So deactivate this one, grab it in Z direction, bring it up. Okay, now it looks good for me. So yeah, Similarly, we have to add another cube at the bottom. Add a cube again. Reduce its size in all direction. Increase its size in X direction. Except X, reduce its size in all other directions. Size. Shift X, reduce it as much as possible. Grab it in Z direction. Bring it down. Grab it in Y direction. Bring it out. Okay, now bring all other elements. We can reduce its size in X direction. Reduce except X direction. Grab it in Z direction, bring it up. Okay, looks good for me. And this object is, the gap between window and this object is more, so I am reducing it. Okay, window is ready now. The thing we are going to do now is, okay, select these three object, window related object, shift D, grab it in X direction, place it exactly here and repeat it. Fine. Duplicate it, grab it in Z direction, grab it in X direction, bring it here, duplicate it, grab it in X direction, bring it here. Now we have to duplicate all these windows to this side. Select all, hold shift and select all this element. So if you are having very minute element, it is very difficult to select exactly on this element, but finally we have done it. Now shift D, duplicate it, grab it in Y direction, bring it here, rotate it in Z direction exactly 180 degree, 180, type it in number pad, grab it again in Y direction. We zoom it a little bit because yeah, this is what happened if you are not doing it properly. Grab it in Y direction again, bring it outwards. Okay, we have to select this main frame alone of this side, grab it in Y direction. Okay, good for me, looks good for me. Okay, grab it this bottom part, selected the building itself. Okay, grab in Y direction, bring it out little bit. Yes, we are ready. We are almost done actually. So let's add some gap here, and let's add one window here. Grab this one, all these three elements, duplicate it and grab it in X direction, bring it here, rotate it in Z direction in 90 degree, grab it in Y direction. Okay, Y direction of local it came. Let's make it to global. Grab it in Y direction. Okay, grab it in Y direction, grab it in Z direction, grab it Y direction, grab it in X direction, grab it in X direction, grab it in Z direction, bring it to the top. Okay, grab Y, I think it is happening for all. Okay, okay. Now add some gap here. Select these faces. Hit I one more time. Select this one. Insert I. Here we don't want to insert it on individual faces. We want to have this one as a common face because we are going to have a single hole here, but here we are going to have two holes. So yeah, that is why we are not pressing I twice here. That is why we pressed I twice here. Okay, now if we have to activate the edge selection, select these two edges and delete it. Instead of deleting it, hit a delete button. Instead of if you do this one, will not get a proper shape. Instead of deleting the edge, we are going to dissolve it. Means the shape, then face will be remains and the edge alone will disappear. Okay, now this will be acted as a single face. Previously it was a two face, a face splitted with edge. Now we have dissolved that edge, so this two faces has become a single face now. Now we are going to cut this one. For that edge, bridge edge loops. We are having a wonderful space here. Likewise, we are going to have a gap here as well. Edge, bridge edge loops. Select this two. Edge, bridge edge loop. We'll try this one. Extrude along with normal faces. Okay, we are yes. Yeah, we can do it, but let's not do it right for the individual face. Undo it. Okay, now select these faces as well and select these faces as well. Now do the extrude, Alt E, extrude faces along normal, extrude it. Okay, looks fine now. Similar goes here. We are increasing the thickness here as well. Same Alt E to bring up this menu and select the extrude face along the normals. Hold Alt to have a proper shape. Okay for me, yes. Okay, we are almost done. We have added a roof and windows and doors, and we have some added some gaps here. So building is almost done. Let's add some color to it. To have a color to this building, we can have it in two methods. One is texture and other one is using this material. In this video we are going to see how to add a color in using material. Click this one, material, new, and then base color. Change it to some color, but it is not visible here because we are in solid mode. We have to move to render mode. Okay, but it is not visible clearly. Something like is missing, so add light. Okay, instead of sun, okay, grab it in Z direction, bring it up, grab this one. Okay, it is like how the sun looks like. We'll move to the top view, grab it in Y direction, grab Y. Okay, instead of this, we'll bring the sun to the front, grab it in Y direction, and grab this one. Yes. Yeah, now it's looks very good. Okay, now what we can do with thickness, and here if you see, let's increase a metallic thing um, to have some shiny kind of thing, and reduce this roughness, not to exactly to the zero, but reduce somewhat to have some, you know, let's observe this building in this view. The sunlight is hitting here. If I'm increasing the roughness, it will be like this. It does not have a feel like it is a new building. So I like to have roughness as less than possible, so the building will be somewhat shiny. It feel like the building is new. If we increase the metallic, it will increase, it will be something like, okay, it will add some shininess to this building. Okay, so this is a material setup we are going to use for all of our elements here. Okay, I like to add some gray color to these things, these slab things. Add here, reduce it as much as possible. It should not feel like it is black, but it should feel like it is something in gray color. Select it. Okay, same here, reduce the roughness and increase the metallic property. Okay, now apply the same for this one as well. Select here, if you see, select material 3, and also select this one and use this drop down, material 3. Okay, for this I like to go with something contrast to this color. Select this one and go with a green or red. Or something like this. Okay, increase the metallic property and decrease the roughness. Now select all this material, select this material and apply it to the 4. Okay, actually the which is selecting recently got selected will get affected. We can do it in this way. Select this one, select this, and material or J, shift, okay, control L to link. I am linking the materials. Okay, we'll do the same again. Select select the element which you like to apply the material, and lastly select select the element from which you like to copy the material. So I selected this one first, last I'm selecting this one. So which is the, if what is the element getting selected recently will be the active element. So the remaining selected element will go as inactive element, but this is an active element. We are going to copy, we are going to link the material from this element to the remaining elements. For that, Control L, link materials. I hope, okay. For these things, I like to go with something like a brick color, new material, new material. I don't know whether it will shoot or not. Let's try it out. This color, I think it is somewhat good. Okay. It's good for, it looks good. Apply the same metallic and reduce the roughness. Looks good. We are going to apply the same for all other pillars, and then select this one, Control L, link material. Okay. I like to go with same look and feel of this pillar, but with a different contrast. Okay. Uh, let's reduce this one furthermore. Okay. Yeah. Select this one. Select this one. Control L, link material. For this, let's go with something like yeah, it will be a color somewhat similar to the main building, but it's okay. Control L, link material. Okay, and for this, okay, I think a color of this arch is a main, so let's fix this one first before going for some other material. Select this one. Okay, I have chosen a dark red color, increase the metallic and reduce the roughness. Yeah, select this one and then we'll go with some green flavor, reduce this one, or we'll go with okay, apply the same, like increase some metallic property and decrease the roughness. Yeah, okay, looks perfect for me as of now. And let's work on the gate, main gate color. I like to go with Let's have some, yeah. Actually, I'm not sure with the color what we can choose. Let's pick something like very dark. Yes, and especially for the uh, door handle, we'll have just this alone. Okay, we have added a sun as well, so let's select sun by shift select, and yeah, go here and then edit mode. Now we have, as of now we saw like if we can select one material, sorry, select one element and then apply the material as a whole. Now we are going to see how to apply a different color in the same materials. More than one, how to apply different colors in single material. Let's see it. Selecting this very small area is a bit challenge. Okay, we missed this one. Yeah, we selected that one as well. Okay, now let's create a new material. New. I like to go with the golden color. Okay, if you see, it is not reflecting it. We have selected a region to which we like to apply this new material. So click assign. Okay, come here and increase the metallic fully, and then reduce the roughness completely, and specular also increase somewhat. Yes, it is a metallic finish completely. You see, you can see the sunlight here, that much shiny it is. If you want to, you can change the color, increase the brightness or decrease it. I like to increase it because golden color will give some rich look, I think. Okay, yes, only thing left is the window and slab of a window. Before that, we'll give some color to steps. I like to go with this color. Let's not waste time by choosing a color. Okay, okay, for window I like to go with this material like green color, or we can go for a blue color. Don't know why I'm choosing blue, but okay, I'm choosing blue. Okay, reduces contrast, give some metallic flavor, reduce roughness. Okay, slab. Let's go with uh, some muddy color. We can go for this one also, same like this material. Okay, now select all the windows. Control N, link material. Here also same, select windows. Link, select this one, link material. Okay, fine. Select all the slabs. Select this one as well. At one shot we will apply the material to all the slabs. Okay. Select this one. Control your link material. Perfect. Oh, we missed the main window. Select this one. Select this one. Link material. We did one mistake. You see, this one and this one are not correct. Link material. Okay. Select this one. Select this one. Select this. Control your link material. Now everything is ready. Okay. We can play with this color of a sun. For that, select this one and then go here. If you want, we can play with it, but that is not a good idea. If we are changing this color, our entire window color, means entire screen color, will get changed. Let's go for some blue flavor. Yeah, but still it is not looking good. Let's revert it back. Also will increase the color. Strength also we can increase. Yeah, our building is ready. With added some material, added some color flavors to it. We are done with this video. Your feedbacks are welcome, so please share your feedback in comment section or in my Instagram or Facebook. Thank you.